Shout out Beware. What up, though? And it's your favorite Pistons podcast, Pro Wrestling Talk for the Pistons fan. Want to find out more about our show, like where to order our official t-shirt or how to follow us on social media? Visit our Linktree /PWTPF. That's linktr.ee/PWTPF. And thanks to our premier sponsor, ticket-barter.com. See you at the seats. Have you ever heard that term, if you see me fighting a grizzly bear, help the bear? Have you ever heard that? Help the bear. No, don't help me out. Help the bear. What's the other one? Would you rather fight a poor man that's fighting for his life or a black belt? You know, definitely you always want to fight the black belt, right? You don't want to go against nobody fighting for their life. And man, Saturday, Cleveland was fighting for their life. My good. The shirts at the arena said, beat Detroit. Straight to the point, beat Detroit. Just, like in every aspect possible. You could have took them to Guardians games. You could have took that to the Cleveland Browns. We just got to beat Detroit in any way possible. Man, if Cleveland had lost Saturday, you're talking about a coach being unemployed, James Harden possibly being, you know where purgatory is in the NBA. Sacramento. I'm sorry to any Sacramento Kings, man. I'm just saying he was definitely headed to Sacramento. Jared Allen or what's my man? Eazy-E, Evan Mobley. They was gonna be the backup to the backup. One of them was gonna be backing up Drummond next season. Right? You guys clearly aren't good enough to get us past Detroit. You about to be the backup to the backup. But shout out to Cleveland. I never heard nobody say they was going on vacation in Cleveland. We actually had a member of the Discord that participates. Shout out to Mike. One Mike went he drove around Lake Erie. He said, I gotta beat her. Shout out to him. I held firm. I said, if Detroit went on Saturday, I'm going on Monday. I was like, I'm going, and I upped it. I said, I'm going dressed as Hooper. That's why I upped it all the way up. I don't want to talk about Cade Cunningham and his turnovers. Anybody that watched the Pistons know Cade Cunningham. It's like he doesn't believe water is wet. You know, it's like, what did we used to say in high school? You don't believe that fat meat is greasy, right? That's Cade Cunningham with his turnovers in a nutshell. Pause. I got to pause. I can't say fat meat, greasy, nutshell. I got to pause. Yeah, nothing says I'm just talking to Detroiters right now. Nothing says you're more of a casual Pistons fan than if you're just blown away by Cade Cunningham. This has been dating back to his rookie year. Cade has always been Butterfingers. As a matter of fact, I was like, does he need to go to Romani Eye Institute? That's what I said one time. And it's okay to be a casual. It's okay. I'm just saying. This is not. Don't act like I'm an analyst. You know what I mean? He turns the ball over like, bro, no Sherlock. You know, no Sherlock. No Sherlock. I'm trying to say it and not say it. You know what I'm saying? Captain Obvious. You know what I'm saying? like you're an analyst. Captain Obvious. Okay. Me popping up at a Tigers playoff game. You know, I think the Scooble guy's pretty good. As they say, man, you got to take the good with the good and the bad with the bad. You know what I'm saying? Those wasn't the worst turnovers I've ever... I hate to say it. Those... He got some bad ones, dog. He got some bad ones, man. You got to take the good with the good and the bad with the bad, man. Greatness has flaws. If you're a LeBron James fan, the guy flops, right? He just... he should get fined every single game. I've never seen a LeBron James game where he shouldn't be fined for acting, right? Acting. And he's too big to be acting like that. Too big. 6'8". You know, like all muscle. He just, I'm done, man. I'm done. Blurred vision. I saw 3 rims and shot at the middle. And that's what... Do you understand how serious your injury is if you're seeing not blurred vision, not double vision? He was seeing triple vision. He was... and didn't go through a medical evaluation. I just can't wait till LeBron does that candid interview and just be like laughing. Like, yeah, man, I was on some bullshit. You know? He popped up at a press conference carrying the autobiography of Malcolm X. It was like, get the... Yo, look it up. I had to go back on YouTube, man. Look it up. They say, yo, man, what did you think about the book, man? And because I'm a teacher, you can just feel it. You can just feel it when a student is just not being 100% truthful. He said, man, Malcolm X was smart, man. Tell us something we didn't know, bro. He had to read the whole book to figure out that Malcolm X was smart, dog. God dang, Wemby. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Shoot, y'all see this Wemby elbow? Jeez. Man, he can't be doing that. When you got a pointy elbow, I got pointy elbows, man. You can't throw elbow. I mean, I done busted more. I realized in 6th grade that my elbows were a weapon. I'm like, I'm more vicious than Dusty Rhodes. Remember, who was that? Andre 3K? I'm just having a lot of thoughts right now, man. You can't do that when you skinny. Whew. But he's like a cash cow right now. Watch, they gonna be like, no foul on the call, double text, right? The NBA be protecting their stars. Oh, now Wemby don't. Oh my good. Did Wemby just ask, what does that mean? Now, all of a sudden you're bilingual. Now you're not bilingual. I got to go? I got to get out of here? Yeah, you got to go. Yes, we. How do you watch the NBA and not laugh? This is high quality entertainment. So Wemby, I guess he's acting like, I don't know English. Even though I know I've heard this guy speak relatively fluent English. He asked Harrison Barnes. So this is the first thing you think. So Harrison Barnes speak French? What did Harrison Barnes lean over and say? He's okay. They going ham in Minnesota, dog. They got how you eject the NBA's cash cow? They playing Michael Jackson Beat It, man. That DJ about to get fined, dog. These DJs, wow. Good for Minnesota, man. I used to have an aunt. One of my favorite aunts, man, used to live in Minnesota. She passed away. Rest in peace, man. But man, that city been through a lot. Go Wolves. The fuck, what was I talking about? Yes, Caden is turnovers. Okay. I'm like, what was I talking? I recorded this in like chunks. Like I recorded a little bit, left, took my daughter to softball practice, came back, recorded. I was like, what am I talking about? The other thing is, man, I knew it was that shot at the end of game 3 yesterday. I knew James Harden was gonna make that. Like, I mean, I didn't know. I'm not a prophet. I'm not Brian Carn or anything like that. But I was like, yo, when some players, like their load up is just, everybody has a different load up. And real hoopers know that's where Steph Curry really changed the game, because you couldn't really tell when he was about to shoot. You know, it was just like, whoa, he shot and he made it, right? And then not only could you not, he was like very reckless with the shots, with his shot selection, but in a good way, because he made it. So I guess it wasn't reckless. But the coach allowed him to be reckless. Like, they've said that several times. Mark Jackson like applauded the recklessness. But it was like, even Michael Jordan, right? Like, he was, for the most part, he would, you know, once he got you in that high post, it was like, man, you're letting him load up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he likes to get comfortable before he shoots, right? So it's like, man, letting James Harden dance like that, I was like, dang, man, he's loading up, right? Pause. I was just yelling at the TV, like, collapse on him. Like, collapse on him. Don't sit there and be his dance partner, right? Like he's just loading up. Like, even if you collapse and he sidesteps and he shoots, I'm like, even a sidestep is not his most comfortable shot, right? Yeah, ideally you want him driving, but I'm like, man, you're letting him load up. Oh, Lord. Splash. Didn't really like at the end, Duncan doing the fadeaway. I get it, because sometimes he had probably made up in his mind. Sometimes you make up in your mind, I'm going to do this when I get it. Like, you just already have the predetermined play. I would have liked at least turn around, maybe a dribble, try to get the foul or something like that, but man, I really didn't like that. But I get it. If you've ever been in that position, you kind of coming out to timeout, you're like, I'm gonna do this, right? You're like, this is what I'm gonna do. And if I miss it, forget it, we lose. You know, so he probably had that in his mind. That bad shot didn't lose us a game. The K3 current turnovers didn't lose us a game. You know what lost us a game? Going down by like 20. You know what I mean? You can't continue to fight from these holes, right? So no, it's not any single play that you can, I lost it. No. You shouldn't just go down that much in the game, right? And then you have to dig out the hole, and then it's tough to maintain mentally, physically, you know, from a fatigue status. That's what lost us the game. But they know that. Like, I'm not like, you know, and I'm sure there's some deeper. I'm sure you turn into the other Pistons podcast. They just stats. Oh, that time I used to hoop in the NBA. Like, you know, they swear they used to hoop in the league or something. And contrary to popular belief, Monday's not a must-win, right? You only have to win until you're about to lose the series, right? So it's like, yeah, I mean, we could lose Monday. I would prefer to win and close them out on Wednesday. But our contemporary, New York, they closed out their series today. So, I mean, isn't that argument? Me and S. Janelle it's all friendly, right? We've known each other for years now online, but it's like, I mean, I don't know. Is the rest good? Like, I'm the type of person, I'm definitely a Band-Aid ripper. I just rip it off, pause. I'm the type of person, if you say I got good news and I got bad news, I'm always like bad news first. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the rest. You know what I mean? So, but it could be good, right? Especially like I was mentioning, this time of year, a lot of people got a lot of nagging injuries, jam fingers, all of that. You can just it's allergy season. They can rest up. You know, fight all that little stuff off. But man, New York and Detroit, my goodness, that don't no hype video needed. No, just throw the ball up in the air, man. They should let this one. They should play one game at the Rucker, one at Belle Isle. This is like the battle of who is the shiftiest. Like, cause I would say between Cade, what's the kid over at New York, Brunson, and then the other guy that used to play for Atlanta, and then he got traded to watch Trae Young. Those might be three of the shiftiest players I've ever seen, right? Their hezzies are crazy, right? Like, I be like, if you ever sat next to me to a game, sometimes I'm like playing first person football or something. Sometimes I'm like, you know, I kind of got my hands out like how I would guard him. Oh man, is that? Oh, pause. And those three, it's like, what? Oh shoot, is he shooting? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, those guys are. And Cade, it's like in the first half he got like 6 gears, and then in the fourth quarter, those last 10 minutes, he's like, I got 8 gears. I'm like, yo, you don't know what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? I know, and this is like getting into like what do I mean when I use that word shifty? Maybe you use another, like the ability to just speed up, slow down. So you know, like all these different speeds, like as they're running straight at you. So like they don't need a crossover. They can run at you, and it's like, whoa, he's just kind of walking the ball. Like, whoa, he's going fast. Whoa, he's going like medium. Like they are very shifty like that, and that's different between having a nice crossover. Like you know, like Iverson had a nice crossover, but I wouldn't consider him shifty because he just always came at you full speed, right? He said, I play every game like it's the last. Russell Westbrook, play every game like it's the last. He just coming full speed at you. Like, it's like, hey, either you're going to get run over, you're going to get dunked on, you know? And shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. Like, listen, he is a superior player. It's crazy how much crap I talk about him because I am not even a 20th as good as Karl Anthony Towns is. But with that said, shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. Oh my God. It's not even so much Jalen Duren. It's Isaiah Stewart, man. Isaiah Stewart is going to be the itch that Karl Anthony Towns cannot scratch. Like, man, he is going to... like, yo, because you're thinking about somebody that, like, is a great player, has all the skills in Karl Anthony Towns versus somebody who is paid to annoy people like him, right? like Isaiah Stewart is specifically paid to throw people with his skill set off their rocker and annoy them, right? Like, it's always, how many, oh my God. I'm getting way too far ahead. I apologize. I'm way too far ahead because Cleveland could come back and clearly win this series. We just came back from 3-1 on the Magic. So, and Cleveland got talent too. So let me be quiet. Let me insert a drop and talk about Backlash.
This is Brescian Miller of Passage Theater Company, and I've been listening to this podcast for 5 years, and I ain't watched wrestling since 1998. You're listening to Pro Wrestling Talk for the Pistons fan.
WWE Backlash felt like a house show plus. Is that rude to say that? It felt like, remember they used to do the greatest Royal Rumble? Remember they used to do that? People in Saudi like, y'all got the Royal Rumble. We got the greatest Royal Rumble. We like, dog, that's a house show plus. I remember greatest Royal Rumble is where we got the tightest world slide. Worldwide? Remember we got that? I'll never forget, because that's when the WWE Network was out. And bring back the WWE Network, please. My goodness. It was like I was in Florida. Okay, this is what I was going to say. I was in Florida, and shout out to my parents. They have a timeshare, and they let us use a timeshare. And this is why I don't like timeshares. Like, every time you go in there, they check in and they try to sell you more. And it's just like, I don't want more. And my parents had paid off this timeshare. Well, it was my in-laws. It was basically my parents. I just want to check in. And I just remember they just kept going to the back. And I had my phone with the WWE Network. I'm like, dog, I was like, I just want to check into my room. And then Titus O'Neil slid up under the ring, and I'm like, was that real? And the guy was like, huh? And I'm like, sorry, can I just get my key to my room? Like, that ain't nothing to do with nothing. I just like having a unique Pistons podcast. And now you know where I saw Titus World Slide at, you know, down in Florida. Where were we going? Was it? Feels like we were going there for Tiger Spring training or something. But shout out to my in-laws. Like, I could have been in the room, relaxing, watching my beach view. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm sitting up here arguing with you about how I don't want to buy another timeshare because my parents already bought the timeshare. I thought it was interesting. I thought okay, this would crack me up. Okay, so they're gonna have the John Cena Classic, right? Which I'm confused because they're like, you ain't even gotta win a match in the John Cena Classic, and you can win the John Cena Classic. So I'm confused with that already. Sounds a little disorganized. And then how you gonna? Yeah, I messed it up. But okay, so then they say we're gonna have a 2-night Triple Mania, right? And I was like, whoa, that's kind of dope. But they just kind of casually put it in the commercials. I'm like, did they just casually put that they were gonna have a 2-night Triple Mania? So first night is gonna be on a Thursday. The second night gonna be on a Saturday. I could have had it wrong. Could have been a Friday and a Sunday. But the first night, I believe they alluded to it being in the U.S. right, and then the second night is gonna be in Mexico City, New Mexico. I'm like, wow, that's kind of dope. That's a big deal. And then I just playfully typed in the Discord, man, I want to see y'all face when we find out the first night is in Vegas. Because it's going to be somewhere like southwest-ish, right? Because they're not going to have these people on a plane. So I'm thinking maybe Texas. Vegas is an option. I hate to break the news to you. I hate to break the news. The main event was booked just how I thought. It was like Roman Reigns wins, but we still need to find a way to protect Jacob Fatu. Right? It was just... And I always want to give AEW and WWE the benefit of the doubt. I always want to give them the benefit of the doubt because you got to, market to 12-year-old and at this point, 40, 50-year-olds, right? So I'm like, all right, maybe this just wasn't the show for me. Maybe I did enjoy Asuka and Io Sky. I thought I would enjoy. I think I mentioned that on the last episode. Danhausen and The Miz with the mystery partner thing and the mini Housens. That's some stuff for Sunday night. That's why I say bring back Sunday Night Heat. That if we were leading into the show, I'd be like, all right, yeah. But I mean, mini houses. I'm like, I think in some ways when Bad News Barrett was commentating that match, he was serious but unserious. I mean, I'm sorry, he was unserious, but he was hella serious. This is embarrassing. I don't know, man. What more to say? Braun Breaker defeats Seth Rollins. Trick Williams defeats Sami Zayn. It's still funny that they have this show. It's a big premium live event, and the biggest news is still what they don't want you to talk about, which is the WWE releases, right? That's still funny. Even though they're still dominating the news cycle, it's the biggest news is hey, y'all fired a whole bunch of people.